Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. We're gonna be taking out the T-28e. E, I'm pretty sure in Russian means spaced armor. So get ready to get wrecked. Do we want shrapnel shells? No, we don't need no shrapnel shells. And you know what? Screw it. We're going, maybe not. Why do I even have HE? Because I wasn't paying attention. But we're going to be taking out the T-28e. You guys requested it. We're playing it. So let me know what you'd like to see next. It looks like we're in what? Kind of a... We're not the biggest dogs here. But you know what? Sometimes you're not. You're just going to have to live with it. Oh, look at this. Look at my indecision taking over. Like, where should we go? But, you know what? I have a question. First off, what tank would you like to see played next? And secondly, why you have to be mad? It's only a game. Because in last video, T-54, I got a little frustrated with it. And then I guess some people were shocked that, hey man, you know what? Some people in their own opinions don't like certain tanks. But if they disagree with my opinions, well damn as sure as hell they must be wrong. And that's one way of going about life, you know. People who disagree with your opinions are wrong, right? But are they? BT5 sighted. Other people sighted. What's up, bro? Dang, I hit. I kind of shot in a bad spot, didn't I? Panzer check. There we go. See, look at that. But basically, what just happened, where like I had to pick, you know. I like in arcade mode, guys. Now, I want to preface this. Is it a blanket statement? I don't know. Let's find out. But in arcade mode, there's certain tanks that I like and think are better played, and they can be amazing at realistic battles. And crap, in arcade mode, my engine got damaged. You what? It's all right. We'll just keep trucking along. Oh, look at that little penetration hole right back there. It hurt. But, you know, there's certain tanks that play better in certain game modes, which is pretty fun and interesting. T-54 being one of them. I think it's pretty amazing in realistic battles. It's fantastic in realistic battles. It's a medium tank. It's got 2 respawns, you know, and in most battle modes. And it's got a gun that can do pretty well. But in arcade mode, you're going up against pretty big heavies at that tier. So I'm just saying, like, if I have to sit there and, like, hesitate for 2 seconds trying to find a sweet spot on someone because I'm using a 100mm gun and they're using something big, then you know what? That's my opinion. It's like my opinion, mate, you know? My little brother has this saying, it doesn't matter, he just does it to troll. He's like, well, that's like your opinion, man. Wow. Let's focus a little more here. This kid's looking at me. He's looking at me, guys. But you know what? Alright, so we're taking the cap. Yep. So, T-28e, though. Initial opinion. I like the T-28. I think it's pretty cool. It's a really funny looking tank, man. But who doesn't like kind of like big, lumbering land battleship style tanks? Now, this isn't a true land battleship, but it does have multiple turrets. Someone could easily make the argument, but hey, man, that's like my opinion. You what? Oh. But we've got 30mm plates of spaced armor like all over us. That was a dumb shot. Let's shoot the M3 Lee at like the strongest spot, but let's get lucky because he didn't have extinguishers. You know what? Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you gotta be a little lucky. And I tell you what, guys, I really like tanks where I get lucky in. Ow! Critical hit, mate. He's probably just over-penning right now. Wow, they're like shooting my people. He's on fire. But you know what? See, we're able to soak up damage because it's so big, and when you pen, there's enough crew members, there's enough key components, and it's pretty relatively spread out. So while this is a tank that's normally pretty easy to penetrate, and I see you on the minimap, but you know what? I wasn't really paying attention to my minimap. That's probably... You guys are like, oh my god! But you know what? It's kind of fun because this is a challenge, truly. Because I've got to commentate while I play, which takes up a decent amount of brain power. in my opinion, but maybe my brain is inferior, right? But so my thing is, you know what? Let's be a community where we're open to entertain other people's opinions without just being like, you know what, you're an idiot. Because, I mean, I don't think I'm an idiot. Do you think I'm an idiot? Maybe some of you are like, yes. And you know what? That's pretty cute. But as we just kind of babysit this, who is tits in my tits right now? Critical hit, mate. Yeah, but this gun is fantastic. Set him on fire. Now we just gotta wait for him to die. Or just kill him. Or just finish him off. So we're gonna check the minimap. Do a little 360 degrees. We're gonna repair, I guess. We're gonna post up here and repair. What do we need to repair? Probably a lot of things, man. It got pretty hit hard. So all I want to ask is just generally in life, but especially in our community. Oh, tits, man. We got bombs. Let's be a community that is open to accepting other people's opinions without just like, you create constructive, you know, counter arguments. Be like, you know what, I see that you personally don't enjoy the T-34 in arcade mode, but how about consider these points and maybe next time use that. But generally I have a style of play I stick to, and that's just like hyper aggressive in arcade mode, because I fully treat this game like a video game in arcade mode. You know, it is a video game for me. Oh gosh, this sucks. Through the cheek? Ooh, that was a pretty good shot through the cheek. Target on damage, we missed the cheek just a bit. Just the tip, man, just see how it feels. Oh, he turned. T-54s, you so sexy. Look at your armor. See, this was like me last game, I felt like. Ooh. If we could get through there, if we could tank trap him. If we could hit where we're aiming, that would be fantastic. You what? Maybe that machine gun? This is pretty tricky. There it is, baby! But you know what? See, that was like in the game I had last time. It was like I didn't have that opportunity because like I couldn't soak up shots, man. There's some big bruisers. So you know what? Why you have to be mad? Let's act like, let's be a good community. You know what? Because I like it when I look in the comment section and people are like getting along. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know what? Hey, man. You know, I don't really agree with that, but I think you're a good person. I like you. I like you. Why you have to do this? Man, where's that? Man, a lot of people are just getting wrecked over here. Do we have a shot on this Panzer 3J? Maybe right here? Maybe right here? We do. I reckon we do. So, you know what's interesting about the T-28 is that this is the favorite tank of someone pretty high up in Gaijin, or in War Thunder. And I found that pretty interesting. When I went to Austin, no, was it Austin? College Station, Texas. Austin was PAX South, which was a lot of fun. I'm going to PAX Prime. How many of you guys are going to PAX Prime? Because I want to do like an organized meetup there. It'll be 1 year for me entering kind of like video game conventions, and I just want to say thank you to all of you guys because you made that happen. That's pretty awesome that I have the opportunity to go there, check out new games to try to see, you know, what I'm going to be playing for the channel. What are you guys going to like? Because one of the whole reasons I do the Tank Request series is I'm genuinely interested in what you guys want to see, and I think it's fun. I think of it as a challenge because these aren't necessarily tanks or vehicles that I play a lot or even grind a lot. You know, in fact, in most cases, like this is my first game playing a T-28e. Now, is it totally different? I mean, I've played, you know, I've played the T-28. It's kind of very similar, except it's better and got better armor. And I mean, I think the score kind of just goes to show, like, someone just walking in with a T-28e and is, you know, a fairly established, a fairly veteran arcade tank player. Are they capped? What? Alright. Yeah, I got confused. I get confused sometimes. But, you know, like, it's not too difficult to take play. Especially at lower tiers. Lower tiers is just chaotic fun. And I generally play games to have fun. I ain't gonna lie. You know? That's what I do. I thought that said T-54, and I was like, trolls? Oh man, he's got that nice little bit of... Let's see if that works. Probably not. There's a T-60. Best tank in War Thunder. Ow. Ow. See, this was just dumb. Getting a spot like this. But you know what? We're gonna take some of these guys down. Owie! We got a long reload, so let's contemplate the decision. See, I make a lot of bad decisions, but I mean, generally it's a video game, it's arcade mode. And you can get away with a lot in arcade mode, and I know this, right? So that's where I kind of like act that way. Because generally there's not a T-34 just focus firing me, but when there is, let's kill his little brother. You know, that's really the only solace I have. Once my loader's wounded again, man. I'm pretty sure my loader's been shot. Like, oh wait, I guess we could back up. That might be smart. What's up, buddy? Ooh, that actually worked out pretty nicely. So we're gonna repair again. So I wanna just kind of issue that statement. Is like, let's be a better community. You know what I mean? And it's fully fair to criticize me, like, hey Baron, you did a lot of terrible things in the T-54, but if you must be new here, because I generally have a style of play that I stick to, and that's, I want to be hyper aggressive. Like, now this is gonna be funny, because you're like, really, dude? I mean, I guess, but really? I'm like, but really? Erwin Rommel often was, you know, in tiers. He was in battles with the tiers that were just bigger and better. Enemy kill assist, we'll take it. But he just, you know, each time he's like, you know what, I'm gonna be really, really aggressive here, because that's what I do. And catch the enemy by surprise. Is this guy still shooting at me? Probably is. That's not gonna do anything. But I've always liked his style of strategy, is just being very aggressive and just, you know, using the cards you have and continue to play aggressively and just rely on your sheer cunning, you know, and the fact that you can outplay the enemy to be a better player. Now, you can't always do that, clearly. You know, I've got my bad games, and I've got my good games, and I've got my great games. And those bad games do come from time to time. And look at this guy. Can we finish him off? Probably not. Can't really seem to pin him from the front, but it is a T-34 with a very nice sloped armor. But if I can hit where I'm aiming for once... Oh, he did. I got intelligence! Maybe, you know what? That just builds my credibility. What intelligent statements and arguments and opinions you are making. But T-28e is a beast. So that's just kind of like a whole, hey man, I'm not going to just put my good games up on YouTube's, you know? I've got some bad ones because they happen. And did we die? I think we did. Yeah, we did die. I don't know how we did. Congratulations, Kruja. So 33 hits, 9 critical hits, 10 ground units destroyed, and 1 assist. Just to wrap it all up, you know, because we're not like the guy on the basketball court who's just draining all the points. We also give some dimes out to our friends. But let's look at the armor and let me know which tank you want me to drive next. But basically, the cool thing about the T-28e is these 30 millimeters of just spaced armor literally all over. It's got 30 millimeters spread out, and it's also got 20 millimeter plates of spaced armor spread out. So if you hover over here, you can see where these 30 millimeter plates are. They're like all over. You've also got these cool little 10 millimeter track extra wheels here that, you know, go in there and there. And those act as spaced armor right there. And around the turret, I mean, if you were to look at it, right to the left here, in between there, if all you had was a turret shot, you'd want to aim there because there's overlap right there. So that's 20 on 20, 40, but right here is just 20. Then there's 30 here, and you look behind it, so it's 30 on top of 20, so 50 millimeters. Once again, 50 millimeters. Actually, that's technically 52-ish. And right here you've got... At first you're like, oh man, this isn't very good, but then you see that and you realize it's a 20 millimeter plate on top of a 30 millimeter plate. And you've got some extra 20 millimeter plates all over. Here's a weak spot, but it's a slope, but still the effective thickness at what? Head on is like 30 millimeters. Still better than dealing with 50. And you've got the thick 30mm and then a 20mm plate on top of it. And you can see, look at that, there's plates here. These little 10mm plates, and then if we hover here, there's actually some more behind. You can barely see them. But this thing is pretty fun. But the guy in War Thunder who loves the T-28, it's his favorite tank, is the president of War Thunder. You know what? Think about that. Or like the guy basically in charge of War Thunder. Met him. Very nice guy. Very opinionated guy. I respect his opinions. We differed on some things. There were some political debates that we had in the evenings. All of us, like Angry Joe, Fly, myself, Devil Dog, and, you know, the CEO of Gaijin and this PR guy from LA. It was really cool. But see, that's one of the things I pride myself on, is being able to respect other people's opinions. Deep down, I think I know, you know, what kind of works the best. You know, and that's kind of thing. But, like, if someone wants to go out and be like, if someone wants to drive a T-54 out and drive it like a race car up against Tiger 2s and, you know, IS-4s and think they're going to do a good job, they're not, see? But that's just me contemplating life. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the weekend. How many of you excited for that? I'm excited. I'm really loving me some War Thunder. I'm really loving me some World of Warships. You know, let me know what you'd like to see next. And I thank you guys for just being an awesome community, being open and willing to accept other people's opinions. And, you know, if you're going to disagree with them, you're like, well, why don't you think about it this way? It'd probably work better. Now, that, I think, is just a good way to go about life. And I'll tell you this. No one ever made a statue for a critic. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, pull the trigger on the like button. Please, please, please let me know what you'd like to see next. And you know what? I'll see you guys in your cute faces soon.